Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. Princess Anne's bold move drops a bombshell to aid William over Camilla's shocked plan. Princess Anne has always been a steadfast presence within the British royal family. Regarded as the hardest-working royal by several pundits, she consistently accumulates hundreds of engagements a year, unwavering in her commitment to service. It was surprising when reports emerged that Anne, who just celebrated her 73rd birthday, was contemplating retirement. Although the palace minimized the idea, even a little suggestion of Anne's departure incited considerable concern inside the royal confines. Insiders said that her absence would engender a rift in the already streamlined monarchy, particularly as King Charles, Prince William, and Queen Camilla contend with the future configuration of the firm. Recently, palace insiders have characterized a flurry of covert activities. Prince William, recently engaged in consolidating royal responsibilities, has been addressing an increasing number of patronages bequeathed by the late Queen Elizabeth. His objective is to streamline the monarchy, ensuring that only essential individuals do official activities and maintain traditions. William's systematic approach has conflicted with Queen Camilla's increasing desire to establish a significant position for her son, Tom Parker Bowles. She contends that his participation may bolster the family's welcoming reputation. Critics are already denouncing it as egregious nepotism, an inappropriate combination of personal aspirations with public duty. This conflict coalesced around a single issue, Scottish rugby. Princess Anne, who has acted as patron of the Scottish Rugby Union for decades, is reportedly preparing for a progressive transfer of responsibilities, if not a complete exit. Amidst the conjecture, William recognized a probable successor, Mike Tindall, Anne's son-in-law and a World Cup winning rugby player for England. Tindall's athletic qualifications and popular appeal indicated a seamless transfer. However, Queen Camilla proposed her idea for a royal rugby position. She mentioned Tom Parker Bowles, a notable culinary writer who has few connections to athletic organizations and lacks a demonstrable history of charitable leadership. The ensuing conflict revealed the profound rifts between William's advocacy for meritocratic nominations and Camilla's desire to promote her familial lineage. The prospect of Tom Parker Bowles receiving a ceremonial position in Scottish rugby raised concerns for many. Social media discourse swiftly highlighted nepotism, and the media seized upon rumors of Camilla influencing King Charles to prioritize her offspring. The discussion transcended a single task. It raised broader concerns about the extent to which the crown should accommodate human connections. Can the monarchy withstand another public uproar, particularly after the problems surrounding Prince Andrew and Prince Harry's resignation from official responsibilities? Prince William said that the monarchy must maintain clear boundaries by refraining from appointing those who lack the requisite historical or professional qualifications for the position. William's allies noted that Mike Tindall is already integrated into the extended royal family by virtue of his marriage to Zara Tindall, the daughter of Anne, and that Tindall's illustrious rugby career makes him a more suitable candidate. Tindall has developed a casual, approachable character, even producing a well-received rugby podcast that sometimes includes other royals. Tom Parker Bowles, a seasoned food critic with no philanthropic connections, was seen by William's group as an unwarranted risk and a potential catalyst for allegations of nepotism. Camilla contended that introducing fresh individuals into royal circles may rejuvenate the family's image. An insider said that she discreetly advocated to King Charles, emphasizing that the inclusion of stepchildren was a crucial demonstration of acceptance. Supporters of the Queen Consort assert that Tom Parker Bowles has always shown an interest in charity activities and that his established media acumen may provide renewed vitality. Critics assert that it is a flagrant endeavor to integrate Camilla's family into the monarchy's functions. Despite maintaining a front of civility, underlying tensions persisted. It was said that private discussions between Charles and William were unusually strained, with William cautioning his father that the monarchy's integrity would be compromised if titles or positions were indiscriminately granted to non-royals. As the argument escalated, Princess Anne exacerbated the situation by expressing her reservations. Anne was known for being honest and not afraid to stir up controversy. She told trusted friends that giving a royal position to someone who is neither of royal lineage nor adequately equipped might cause a lot of anger. She allegedly warned that the monarchy must never seem to provide nepotistic privileges. British tabloids capitalized on any fragment of such statements, publishing sensational headlines such as Princess Anne's grave warning to King Charles and Anne fears public repercussion regarding Camilla's son. Regardless of their veracity, These narratives portrayed a dramatic image of a resolute princess royal committed to preserving tradition. Reports quickly surfaced that Anne was ready to take action that would resolve the whole problem. The Princess Royal has been the patron of the Scottish Rugby Union since 1986 and is a steadfast supporter of Scottish rugby, seldom absent from matches at Murrayfield. Palace reports indicate that Anne opted to intensify her engagement rather than withdraw. The monarchy later declared that Anne will assume the role of patron for the Murrayfield Injured Players Foundation, MIPF, the official charity of Scottish rugby assisting players injured in grassroots rugby. It was a public proclamation that she will remain, essentially eliminating any discourse over her potential successor in the near future. Prince William found Anne's resolute action to be a source of solace. Instead of openly contesting Camilla's son or subverting his father's intentions, William accepted Anne's augmented patronage as the ideal resolution. William's advisors saw that if Anne continued as the figurehead of Scottish rugby, neither Mike Tyndall nor Tom Parker-Bowles would need a new position. Insiders said that the monarchy almost faced a contentious public confrontation. Numerous individuals commended Anne for using her renowned sense of responsibility to salvage the circumstance. As one source articulated, had she not chosen to remain, the family may have encountered allegations of nepotism and more detrimental publicity. Camilla allegedly felt aggrieved by the developments. Ultimately, she saw those events as an inherent opportunity for her son to cultivate deeper connections with the monarchy. King Charles, stuck between the younger royal's inclination for tradition and his desire to accommodate his wife's preferences, found himself in a precarious position. Certain stories indicate that Charles had discreetly anticipated the possibility of a compromise, either appointing Tom as a co-patron or assigning him a less visible position related to Scottish rugby. However, the possibility seemed impractical given the likelihood of a media uproar and William's resolute position. Concurrently, Princess Anne's recent remarks refuting any genuine intentions for retirement swiftly eclipsed prior speculation on her withdrawal. She explicitly informed a reporter that retirement is not an option. Observers saw her statement as a discreet reminder to Camilla and Charles of her unwavering commitment to serving the crown, despite her late age. Rather than retreating into a tranquil existence, Anne's newly acquired role with the Murrayfield Injured Players Foundation reaffirmed her authority. She was firmly in control of her patronages and would personally guarantee their sustainability. The public response to Anne's confirmed involvement in Scottish rugby was very favorable. A multitude of Britons used social media to praise her steadfast commitment. Several noted her long-standing presence at Six Nations matches, ardently supporting Scotland from her place in the grandstand and seldom missing an event. Others juxtaposed Anne's commitment to causes and positions she is genuinely enthusiastic about with the controversy surrounding Camilla's advocacy for Tom. Opinion surveys immediately revealed a modest increase in popular favor for Anne, who has always garnered regard for her unassuming, diligent demeanor. Royal observers emphasized her ability to effortlessly balance tradition and contemporary ideals, often eclipsing more ostentatious relatives. Experts provided diverse perspectives. Some royal analysts believe that the altercation may jeopardize the monarchy's reputation if it had intensified. It has been observed that nothing incites public frustration quite like the scent of nepotism, particularly during a cost-of-living crisis, when the monarchy's financial support is often examined. If the public believed that an individual was awarded a royal position solely due to his status as the Queen's son, it may have incited significant anger. They commended Anne's action as a judicious evasion. Supporters of Camilla said that her initiative to include Tom sprang from genuine devotion rather than a strategic scheme for power or influence. Tom Parker-Bowles never officially sought the position. In a previous interview, he explicitly said that he is not a royal, emphasizing his own business and living apart from the palace. Another influencing aspect was Prince William's overarching plan for a modern monarchy. Since ascending to the position of first in line to the throne, William has shown his conviction that the public expects more responsibility and less ostentation from royal officials. He determined to maintain a close-knit core circle: the King, Queen Camilla, William, Catherine, Princess Anne, and a select few more engaged members. The rule restricts opportunities for half-siblings or step-siblings to obtain official positions, particularly if they do not possess a direct connection to the royal lineage. Sources indicate that William is cognizant of the potential for claims of partiality to eclipse his father's reign. By dismissing the possibility of Tom Parker-Bowles assuming a role as a working royal, William established a precedent that personal connections alone do not warrant official acknowledgement. Such beliefs, however, place King Charles in a precarious situation. People often perceive Charles as a patriarch torn between his familial responsibilities and the monarchy's demands. He values Camilla, attributing his stability over years of turbulence to her steadfast support. She has, in several respects, redefined her persona from the controversial third party in Charles's first marriage to a philanthropic figure esteemed for her activism against abuse and her efforts in literacy. The king, seeking to fulfill her wishes, found himself mediating between his wife and his successor. Palace rumors indicate that Charles first urged William to re-evaluate Camilla's proposal and offer Tom an opportunity. As public discourse deteriorated, the king seemed to adopt a neutral position, allowing the situation to develop without imposing a choice that may estrange William. Princess Anne, in an uncommon move, advised her elder brother Charles of the potential dangers of nepotism. People described her as forthright and resolute, stating that giving Tom a prominent position would be a dreadful decision that might provoke a severe media backlash. Few royals possess the candor to address the king in such a manner, and even fewer can do so without risking a significant violation of protocol. However, Anne, recognized for her frankness, explicitly warned Charles of the monarchy's susceptibility. She said that the tabloids might easily transform Tom's appointment into a spectacular narrative, perhaps undermining whatever goodwill King Charles has cultivated since his reign. Insiders said that Charles listened, conflicted but reluctant to confront his sister directly. Ultimately, Anne facilitated the most straightforward exit by remaining involved with Scottish rugby and assuming a new patronage. Therefore, the discussion came to an end. Tom Parker Bowles, eclipsed by more prominent royal figures, faded into the background, continuing with his culinary writing and media engagements without further reference to governmental responsibilities. Camilla's displeasure probably persists, yet the queen consort is sufficiently realistic to see that some aspirations cannot supersede the monarchy's need for popular approval. William, pleased that Anne eliminated any potential nepotistic disputes, is said to persist steadfastly in his modernizing initiatives. His entourage indicates a series of new commitments scheduled for Catherine, a redistribution of minor patronages among younger royals, and increased participation in philanthropic endeavors where the Prince and Princess of Wales believe they can effectuate meaningful change. Meanwhile, speculation circulates over Camilla's potential response should another significant patronage arise in the future. Will she attempt once again to get a position for Tom? Or has that opportunity permanently elapsed? The prevailing opinion is that the monarchy narrowly avoided a crisis. The potential for a scandal involving Tom Parker Bowles was too significant to overlook. The family likely acknowledged that, after a turbulent phase of departures and controversy, they must avoid unnecessary missteps. Princess Anne's steadfast position enables the monarchy to exhibit a cohesive front that reinforces allegiance to tradition and unswerving duty rather than personal preference. Observers have seen similarities to other episodes in royal history, when internal conflicts were mediated by an experienced senior royal intervening to protect the crown from public criticism. Princess Margaret sometimes fulfilled that duty for Queen Elizabeth and seems to perform a similar one for King Charles. The result also underscores Anne's unexpected lifespan. Notwithstanding her age and the pervasive discourse over possible retirement, she exhibits every indication of being as active as ever. Her recent appointment with the Murrayfield Injured Players Foundation indicates her unequivocal commitment to continue as a prominent player in the patronage of Scottish rugby. Her private comments on retirement not being an option seem to reflect genuine conviction rather than mere platitude. While younger royals fluctuate in public attention, Princess Anne remains a steadfast guardian of tradition. The public and media have responded with a collective sense of relief. Surveys conducted on many British news platforms indicate that many individuals appreciate Anne's candid approach. Expert royal commentators lauded her astute decision-making, labeling the action as vintage Anne, and commending its effectiveness in preventing the monarchy from devolving into a nepotistic farce. At the same time, people who find it interesting how Camilla went from being a slandered mistress to queen consort felt sorry for the failure of the plan to include her son. However, the monarchy's historical focus on lineage and the need to maintain public faith are formidable influences that neither Camilla nor Charles can readily circumvent. Ultimately, the event exemplifies the sometimes tenuous equilibrium between family relationships and constitutional obligations. King Charles, intent on preserving a stable monarchy, was compelled to reconcile the divergent ambitions of his spouse and his successor. Determined to keep the monarchy's legitimacy intact, Prince William stood by his stance on the legitimate heirs to the throne. Queen Camilla realized that her aspirations for her children cannot supersede the family's overarching responsibilities. Princess Anne, in her very modest manner, emerged as the pivotal figure for peace, renewing her dedication to Scottish rugby at a crucial moment for the monarchy. What is Tom Parker Bowles' current status? He is reportedly resuming his customary activities, maybe liberated from the burdens of formal royal duties. His mother, despite her disappointment, persists in advocating for her charity endeavors and events, excluding her son's active involvement. Palace insiders assert that the monarchy has remained intact and even strengthened by avoiding a public relations debacle. This narrative emphasizes that every royal engagement is significant, and the family is reluctant to repeat previous errors that might jeopardize its established popularity. Consequently, the flurry of speculation around Princess Anne's departure has surprisingly reinforced her standing, rather than undermining it. Within weeks, the discourse transitioned from questioning Anne's potential resignation to acknowledging her essentiality. She is the steadfast cornerstone of Scottish rugby and an essential supporter of Prince William's ambitious ambition for a monarchy that is both economical and rooted in tradition. Despite Queen Camilla's discreet sorrow over her son's exclusion from the royal sphere, the monarchy collectively expresses relief at the averted potential for scandal. In a realm where royalty must exercise caution, at every juncture maneuvering through fluctuating public sentiments, generational rifts, and familial politics, Princess Anne's approach exemplifies a paradigm of resolute action. She continued to excel in her endeavors, dedicating herself to her causes and preserving the monarchy's image without ostentation. Many contend that her behavior is precisely why she is often referred to as the royal family's most formidable pillar. By reaffirming her involvement in Scottish rugby, she alone averted a potential conflict that may have tarnished the monarchy's already precarious image. Currently, the palace experiences a sense of relief. Camilla withdraws from the conflict, William advances with reorganization, and Charles concentrates on solidifying his rule with little dissent. Anne, remaining consistent, continues to record more engagements annually than the majority of royals do in 5 years. Ultimately, the monarchy has circumvented a possible media scandal, maintained cohesion, and rendered a discreet judgment on the issue of nepotism. All credit is due to the Princess Royal's steadfast commitment. Observers often assert when in doubt, consult Anne. This adage has salvaged the firm on several occasions and is certain to persist as long as she maintains its unwavering core. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.